Greetings, traders out there in Traderland. D7 here with Grok Trade, and I've been trading in the live markets nearly 30 years using technical analysis. I'm going to help you get through these charts to see what's coming next. I don't have my camera on because it'll look like I'm in my mom's basement, but I'm a 51-year-old man that owns a hedge fund and a couple other businesses. I can promise you I'm not in my mother's basement. But I will tell you this, the markets did have the Santa Claus rally that we talked about. Every day but Friday went sky high, just can up. So we got the rally that we were anticipating. And then Friday, a big sell-off. But here's what we got going on, gang. First, I want to say we've been looking at these bearish divergences. You can see that here we have higher swing highs on the price, lower swing highs here, and sure enough, we got a sizable drop. Don't let that be lost on you. And I should say we're hanging out Saturday to talk about Bitcoin. Feel free to join us on Saturday. You can do that with what's up above right now. So let's keep going. If you look at this is the S&P 500. We're building a big symmetrical triangle. We're caught up in the moving averages, but I want to show you something that jumped out at me. If I go to a line chart, watch this. We have a line chart. I'm just going to look at price action with volume only. Look at this price spike. Do you guys see this? What price? I'm sorry. Volume spikes. Big volume spike put in that low. Capitulation. Look at this volume spike putting in at the high for capitulation. Very interesting to see. This put in the bottom. This is likely putting in the high at this moment. So this is something we have to be watching very closely. And the thing that I'm watching for is this. We have a symmetrical triangle in the making. This symmetrical triangle, again, caught up in the moving averages. It's building a ton of strength because it's coiling like a loaded spring. This dude's going to crack and go bam, straight down. Or it's going to go boom and go straight up. That's what typically happens here. The thing is, we have to be looking for either a bullish or bearish death hook. You will only find that here at Grok Trade. You won't find that term anywhere else. And that's something we need to be watching for when looking at the markets. Go to the diamonds. Biggest drop in the Dow that we have seen like in over 51 years. Huge drop. Bear pullback. We started to drop on Friday, but we have these lower shadows saying a lot of buyers came in buying up those lows, which is very interesting. Bottom line here is the MACD, higher swing highs here. MACD, but gave us a lower swing high here. Bearish divergence, and look what happened. This thing just went crash. And hickory dickory dock, the mouse went down the clock. And that is what we had here. Got slippery. Big drop. So pay attention to these this technical analysis. If you look at the Qs, this is the tech stock. Same thing. Higher swing high on price action. I'm going to get rid of this. Don't need it now. Lower price action on the MACD. And then bam, to the downside. Hit support. Gap down. Run up. Specialist behavior taking place. And then boom. Friday. Drop. That's the Santa rally right there. Looking really good. This is Problem City. Big symmetrical triangle. Caught up in the moving averages. We're down below the moving averages on Friday. This could get really bad. And let me share something with you. Guys, it is not a rare thing to see if the markets are topping out at the end of the year, that January, and starting usually the first week, you'll see monster sell-offs. Monster sell-offs in the first week of January, which could be the top that we have already seen. This literally in December could be our top at this moment that could last several months, okay? So I'm not calling that. I'm saying that could play out. If you look at small caps, how are they doing? Horribly. I mean, look at this. We have higher swing highs on price, lower swing highs on MACD, and then bam, straight down. Small caps Crash City, bear pullback. Guys, this is trouble. If we break down below this, it's going to get nasty and fast. Nasty and fast, okay? Now, we did have a big time, on that, gap down, run up. I said, look for a Santa rally, and sure enough, we got it. We were way oversold. Sure enough, we got it, but it's short-lived. Decent volume on Friday sell, and Friday should not have had big volume, guys. It's a holiday weekend. It should not have been a big volume day, and it was. Financials, sure enough, down, 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 down. And I should say, bearish divergence here. We had this, and then it told the tail and straight down. So I can get rid of these now. Don't need them on there anymore. Blow this up so you can see it. Down, 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 down. And then when it broke that trend line, it got nasty and fast. And then it snapped that trend line. Now it tried to rally back. And now those trend lines are acting as resistance. These should have been support. They're resistance now. Bear pullback to falling moving averages and trend lines. This could be trouble city, guys, because it's going up, up, up. U301 Grok students and 401. Look what's happening to the volume on the up leg. Pay special attention to that. US dollar, if you look at this, up, 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 building kind of a high base bullish pennant type formation. Let's see what happens. I want to see what I'm seeing here. If something's jumping out at me. Yeah, a little overbought. You see this RSI overbought, but it really hasn't given back much. It is a rising wedge formation that we're having. It needs to break up above that trend line for it to stay good. Gold is trouble city, guys. I'm just sorry if you guys are in gold and silver. We have a symmetrical triangle. It broke down below it. Now it's doing what's called a bear flag, with this moving averages acting as resistance, and these trend lines acting as resistance. Bad city here, man. This thing could get gold could get smashed here and head right down. Be watching for that. Silver, same thing. If you look at silver, down, 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 down. So we have a symmetrical triangle. It broke the symmetrical triangle, hung up here. It went down, touched that trend line. It rallied back up, and then it gapped down and broke that trend line. And if it broke that one, this huge symmetrical triangle, it just got slippery. Bam! Straight down. Hit the rising 50-day moving average or 200-day moving average. 200. This is what we call big red. Big red. So it stopped there. Then it gapped down. We hammer out. We had the Santa Claus rally up, 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 and Friday heading down. This looks very bearish to me. VIX is still under 16, but look how it's popping higher off of these trend lines. Up, 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 up. Very important. Bitcoin, I want to show you something. I'm going to end on this. You remember how we were talking about bearish divergences? Do you see this going up? I want to show you something very special here. So let's get rid of this. Okay, that's going. And then this one was going down. So it's your bearish divergence. Bearish divergence. Same thing here, bearish divergence. And look what happened. We went bam down right after that. Right after that. But what do we have here, gang? A higher swing low on the MACD when we have lower swing lows on the price action. Bitcoin is a buy, a buy. So that is what we're looking at. We have a bullish divergence here. Bitcoin buy going up. I recently just added more Bitcoin to my holding, and I do. Speaking of that, if you want to know more about Bitcoin, have an exposure to Bitcoin, because we're at around the $100,000 mark, 94,000 at this time, or 93,000. It's a buy opportunity, I think, for some people, and but Bitcoin will be at 250,000. It will be at 400,000. It will be at 600,000. It will get to $1 million. People can get their head around it. Same time back when it was at 2,000, I'd said, it will be at 5,000. People couldn't get their head wrapped around it, and I said when it's at 5,000, it will get to 10,000. When it got to 10,000, I said it will get to 20,000. I baby stepped it because people can't get their head wrapped around it. So that's why I said, it's 100,000. Most people are saying it should grow by 80 to 90% this coming year alone. So doubling your trade exposure, whatever you might come in, is what most people are saying, and it could certainly do that. So we are meeting Saturday. Best way to do it. There's your look up there and you can see your URL. But let me share this. This is going to wrap up the 2024 video. We're going to be going into 2025. A couple updates. We are going into, we are updating our 101 courses. Very excited about that. I am doing which I only do once or twice a year. I'm doing myself an advanced master trader education class. It's exclusive. You cannot be a part of that class. It is highly exclusive. It is only for people who are 301 students that have come through as Grok grads, and they are invited to be part of the 401 education, which we call the master trader, and that is coming up in February. So the faster you get in on the 301s, if you want to in on that, you'll do the 301 with Mark and then the 401 with me thereafter. So this January is the time you want to get your mentoring in. So don't hesitate on that. And I just want to say what a great year 2024 was, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Happy New Year. Hope to see you guys on Saturday. Be safe when you celebrate this week. Take care and love you all. Guys, why are you still here? You just watched my video and now you're still lingering around. Might as well be with you now that I have your undivided attention. Listen, if you haven't done so yet, I highly recommend putting in a foundation of trading, your foundation of trading through a mentor. For learning to fly a plane, you wouldn't just go through ground school before you start flying in the friendly skies. What you would be doing, though, is going up first with your flight instructor. Same thing if you're going to learn to ride a bike, you better have somebody behind you helping you ride a bike. Surgery, you're not going to read a few books and do heart surgery. So every principle and with being guided by a mentor, let finances be this. If you are a trader, you rate you from amateurs to professionals. Mentoring will do that for you. Anyway.